I've been making digital art since 1996, and today I want to show you some of it. I'm trying to figure out how to bring this art out and how I should present it, because when I made it, there was absolutely no interest whatsoever in digital art. My children were very little. I was a traditional painter, and really I'd never used a computer before. And people would always say, well, you have to get a computer, you gotta get your kids a computer, you've got to learn about computers. So I went to Staples, which is a big office supply store, and I bought the only thing I could figure out, which was a computer in one box. It was an Apple computer, it was an Apple Performa. I knew what Apple was, everything was in one box, so it was very, very simple. And I never forget what it was like to bring that home and see one of my children's eyes just light up. It was before he could read. He just somehow knew the world was changing right then and there. But at any rate, I started playing around with the computer, and it was very similar to Web3. Things were incredibly dynamic. This was before it was even hooked up to the internet. Then there was the internet, then there was hotline, then there was software sharing, then there was JPEG sharing, and it was really incredible. And eventually I got a Wacom tablet. I don't remember which was the first thing. There was this application called Painter. There was Photoshop. As I remember, it was Photoshop 3.0. It had a big eye on the splash screen. It was kind of like, it was kind of like God. It was just unbelievable. It was mystical. I dreamt about this stuff. To me, it was very, very exciting. And I started making digital art. So luckily, there was absolutely no market for digital art. I tried to put it out there, but now I'm going to put it out there. I actually published a book, and this is a book that I made. Actually, you can see on the title page, I made this in 1996, and I called it Computer Drawings because there wasn't even the concept of calling it digital art. And I'll show you page by page because I'm very proud of this. All of these are purely digital, and I hope to bring them into Web3. You'll see I signed them, Hofka 96. I signed them exactly as I signed works on paper and on canvas. And here we go. This is the whole book. This is, in one, I even put my phone number in there, which is really kind of amazing. Let me get to this page. All of these are purely digital. And you see my phone number, you can call me up. It's still my phone number. And let's see here. This is the next one. I don't remember how many I made. I do have them, the files, and I have them burned to CDs, and I now put them in my Dropbox. And let's go, and you could see, wait, I want to get to the end page. Yeah, the end page, 1996, I copyrighted them, still in the same studio, as you can see. And this was the little book. I probably made a few of these and sent them out, but it really went nowhere. No one was interested in it. And in fact, I'm really excited to find this. You can see the digital painting that's on my screen. I took out an ad in 1999 on page 15 of Modern Painters magazine, which was a British magazine that was focused in many ways on figurative art. I remember seeing Francis Bacon's paintings in that magazine and Lucian Freud's, and I decided, I'm going to explode the universe. I am going to publish my first digital painting in Modern Painters magazine, and the response was absolutely nothing. No one gave a shit. So now here we are in Web3, and I'm bringing it back. And I hope all of you want to see my early work and understand the very roots of digital art. Yeah, here's a vintage, this is from 1997, Kodak envelope. You see Kodak, and I wrote digitals. You know that, and I made these prints. I thought, well, nobody's going to look at any of this stuff digitally. So here are my very first showing of my digital work. This, by the way, is a portrait. Here, I want to hold this up. This is a portrait of my wife, Yanat. I actually put this on an album cover. You can see the square format of an album that we did a long time ago. I don't know where that album is. I wonder about that. But all of these digital paintings I printed because I was making, at the time, I was making a lot of etchings and I thought, well, maybe the way to go with digital art would be printing. So as far as I'm concerned, this is kind of revolutionary artwork, and I'm very excited to show it to you today for the first time in many, many years. I remember the feature of creating a drop shadow. That was very exciting for me. These are doubles. Yeah, there's some doubles here. I remember that. Yeah. So I'm very excited to show these again for the first time in many, many years. Here you can see a variation of the prints. I haven't decided yet how I want to mint these, but I think finally these should be minted, and they are historic in our ecosystem. I'm very excited to be here, and thank you so much. Let's fucking go.